And Mel joins me by phone right now. Mel, I am so sorry to be talking to you under these circumstances. I'm looking at video of the ruins of what was once your home. I got to ask you how you're doing.
I'm doing good. It's just a thing. But, it is obviously, it's kind of devastating. It's emotional. You live there for a long time and you had all your stuff. You remember George Carlin?
Narrative gets established and then there's a profit attached to the solution to that narrative.
Yes.
And that's green energy and green energy bills. And then there's businesses that are wrapped around there. And then there's also this fear that they love to pump into people.
Yes, I have seen people like Bernie Sanders coming out to say this is the cause. And when I look around, the way they put out the message sometimes can be frightening. Looking into this clip, I came across Megyn Kelly when blown after noticing something. She didn't blink. When I look at what is happening in California, at a certain point, I didn't want to comment, but what I'm observing, I'll be updating you on what is going on.
I'm really tired of everyone blaming these fires and all natural disasters. It's been changing since the beginning of time. There used to be places on this earth that were completely covered by water that no longer are. There were places on this earth that were covered by glaciers that are no longer frozen. The climate has been changing since the beginning of time. Okay, before man started drilling for oil, before cows started farting and everyone blamed it on them. Okay, I guarantee this fire was not a result of climate. And I'm asking the voters, especially in California, who usually vote for Democrats, don't let them just use this as an excuse, just saying climate change. Every time something happens, a natural disaster happens, climate change was not responsible for cutting the budget of firefighters in California. Change was not responsible for not having fire hydrants filled with water. That's not a result of change. That's a result of piss poor leadership, Democrat leadership. Remember this next time you vote. Okay, I don't want to criticize anyone. This is a horrible, horrible situation, and I am so sorry for anyone of any party who is going through this. But stop letting them get away. Every time something bad happens, they can blame it on change, and y'all just let it slide. Stop.
This is a real text that I just received from a friend of mine about the fires. I'm not going to cry because I got torn apart for my last TikTok video where I cried about my house maybe burning down. I'll spare you. She's on a plane and I said, do you want me to go to your house and get stuff out? Like things that you can't replace. I'll go right now, even though the area is evacuated. She wrote back, you can't get in. Topanga's barricaded. The back way we use is being guarded by fire trucks now because some of the neighbors caught a guy setting more fires on the back of our hill. They chased him away. They called 911. I think they caught the guy recently in Woodland Hills trying to put gasoline in sewers. It's happening all over. I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand enough about it to weigh in. I think this is also a mental illness crisis. And what do you say? Oft? What do you say? Unalived? When someone unalives someone, I'm the first person to go, I'd like to hear their side of the story. I'm sure they should be in jail, but I just want to hear their side of the story. Arsonists. I don't need to hear your side of the story. Your story sucks.
With breaking, President Biden announces the federal government will cover 100% of costs for 180 days to support relief effort of the California wildfire. A lot of people are not happy with this, though I don't have a problem. If you are the president, this is what you are supposed to do to disasters happening in and around. Someone replied to this, where the F was this when North Carolina was destroyed? People are still living in tent. Everything this comment do is politically motivated. I have no problem having California. I have a big problem not helping East Palestine, Ohio, Florida, and North Carolina, and Hawaii. This is the situation. In Hawaii, we saw Biden going there, giving, I think, $700. That is what I saw. I did a couple of videos about that. Now they will cover this for a number of months. Tell me why people will not question it.
And Mel joins me by phone right now. Mel, I am so sorry to be talking to you under these circumstances. I'm looking at video of the ruins of what was once your home. I got to ask you how you're doing.
I'm doing good. It's just a thing. But, it is obviously, it's kind of devastating. It's emotional. You live there for a long time, and you had all your stuff. You remember George Carlin talking about your stuff? Yeah. I had my stuff there, and it's all like, I've been relieved from the burden of my stuff because it's all in cinders.
Yeah. Where were you, Mel, when the fire broke out?
Gosh, I was in Austin. I was doing the Rogan podcast, and I was kind of ill at ease while we were talking because I knew my neighborhood was on fire. So I thought, I wonder if my place is still there. But when I got home, sure enough, it wasn't there. I went home and I said to myself, well, at least I haven't got any of those pesky plumbing problems anymore.
When did you drive up? Did you take this video that we're looking at?
Yeah, I was taking some of it. Rose took some, and the chickens survived. It was amazing.
That is.
Chicken poop, and they were fine. So we gave them some grain and some water, and they're happy and laying eggs and stuff. So there you go. They weren't roast chickens.
And where was Rose during all of this? Was she with you in Austin, or?
No. We evacuated. See, I left on a plane, and the winds were picking up, and I went to Austin, and of course. While I was gone, whenever I leave town, a fire breaks out. It was the same last month. I mean, it was the same thing. The flames were like 200 yards away from my house. But this time they came from the other direction and really nailed me. And I have never seen a place so perfectly burnt. It is like, it's kind of, you could put it in an urn,
Yeah, there is nothing there. What about the rest of the neighborhood, Mel? Your neighbors, the people you've lived next to for quite some time, how did they fare?
Yeah, some of the neighbors really got it hard. I know, Ed Harris, the actor who lives down the street, I think his place is gone, and many of my friends up and down the street. And it was kind of random. It wasn't every place, but it was quite a few places. There was a dozen places or so that were just non-existent. I mean, nothing but a chimney and a few roof tiles, and you dare not walk around for the nails and the whole deal. The vehicles were gone, everything. It was...
Because right now, you're sitting at a table with three very capable black women.
I'm not.
This ghetto Democrat, when I look at her, sometimes I'm speechless. She is spewing everything revolving around race. That is what I've observed with this lady. Now saying, about how many percent of these intelligent or educated people are black? Sometimes I don't even want to comment on this because it triggers a lot of people. I just want to report the news so you can see what is going on. We are talking about what is happening in California. Look at the important question that this man raised. I see on social media people saying, conservatives are blaming DEI for what is going on. That is not the case. The person in charge is like that. Then every person will call that out. They are not able to perform the duty. They should not employ people that cannot do the job. I don't care who you are. If you are able to do the job, do it. This is something that can be preventable based on what I've seen, the informations I've read. But look at what happened or what is happening. They don't even have water. It's a big problem. People are concerned with this, like seriously.
The California wildfires are a celebrity cover-up. Hear me out, okay? So mid-2024, P. Diddy, one of the biggest celebrities in the world, right, gets arrested, and we all know for what by this point. And you mean to tell me now the beginning of 2025, celebrities' houses are burning down in the state of California?
As you know, where I live is on fire right now. Literally the entire city of the Pacific Palisades is burning. And, I flew here last night. I was on the plane, started getting texts.
So I am evacuating my home. It's so hard to leave the podcast studio behind. I know that sounds insane, but I have everything,
Hi everyone. By now you've probably already heard about the LA fire. What I want to show you is some things I found this morning that you may not have heard of. First, I want to remind you that for some time, Los Angeles has been part of the C40 Cities Initiative. This is this plan for the entire world.
You can't blame nature for human incompetence. We continuously allow dangerously inept people to make decisions for us, tell us what we need to do against what we know is right, and these are the results.
Trump is now calling that Gavin Newsom should step down. He failed the people. That for a year he has tried to caution him about this whole situation. But instead, they put it on this sea change. I don't want to pronounce it. So they should put up a community on this video. I don't want to say the word. You should know that. That is what Gavin Newsom is blaming. Someone raised an important question to this lady. When hurricane happened, you never saw the kind of energy this people put in. Like, why now? That is a question I saw under this video. I don't know. I could not respond. I'm just reporting what I saw.
You're in charge of. This is you getting water to areas that need water because there are fires in 100-mile-an-hour winds burning houses to the ground. I watched on a Ring camera a guy have to sit and watch his pet burn to death. You know, those things are issues of the heart when you watch a cherished little pet or, you know, it's just you.
The situation is beyond control. I'll be updating you, giving you more information to what I'm observing on social media. I didn't want to report this, but people keep sending this to me. God bless you.
Health insurance companies to get paid for the work that he's been trained his whole life to do.
What do we do?
All right, right now you're looking.
Remember it.
As a country about